How do you handle rejection?
Badly, just a crying rage. So yeah, it's a heaven to be around.
Not well, terribly. I cry in my mum's arms, and
I think I handle rejection very well because I've been rejected many times in my life, and there's more losses than wins in my life, and I think that's true for most people. It's just that we don't see the losses, do we? We only see the wins.
In some ways, it gets easier, and in some ways, it doesn't get easier. You develop a very thick skin.
For me, it's something that I've got used to. Like, I find it gets easier. It's got to the point now where I do an audition or I do a self-tape and then I put it out of my mind. It's like it didn't exist. I sometimes Georgie, my agent, gives me a call to tell me about an audition that I did. I'm like, oh, I forgot that it was even happening.
No one handles rejection well. It's a horrible thing. It's by far the worst thing about our industry. But, you do have to go through it. And I think it helps to know that everybody is on the same page, or at least has been there sometime very recently.
Everyone gets rejected. You'll find the biggest stars in the world will get rejected, won't get jobs,
The worst type of rejection or criticism is if you agree with it, is if they touch a nerve. So if somebody makes an observation and you think, well, that's probably wrong, it's easy. But if they say something that that you have a bit of self-doubt about, oh, that can be crushing.
I know it's cliche. I just think if the role's right for you, then it's right for you.
like a no isn't necessarily about you. That's something that I've had to learn. But yeah, there's a multitude of different reasons why it could be a no, and so I've learned to realize that it's not just about me not acting hard enough.
Often it's not that you weren't good enough, it's just that you weren't right for that role, you didn't fit in with like the rest of the cast or whatever. It's often not as personal as it feels.
I mean, I've had plenty of moments where it's been like that. This is the job, and then right at the last minute, you don't get it. But those relationships have then come back round years later and turned into something even more fruitful. So I think it's just important to just sort of trust the process of it.
Even actors at the very, very top of their game are still experiencing that to some degree. And I think that knowing that is just part of the job and it's not personal is just something to try and keep in mind as best you can.